find out what needs to be done, pull together some partners, and we do intelligent projects. Having each person do a little something with the river and reach out to their neighbors, their friends, their family, and have BRAT be something that everybody does a little something. I was walking along this bridge right here with my family. We had one kiddo at the time, me and my husband, and there was garbage in the river. I got a couple of coworkers, roped my husband and our little infant daughter into it, and we did a one-time cleanup that year. That was 2000. And we pulled out a dozen shopping carts and half a dozen tires and a piece of sheet metal and a yard sale sign and a bunch of bags of trash. The look of frustration of what is this in the river, this tire, why is this in here? Pulling out going, I got it, we're done, yay, excellent, it's out. The feeling of accomplishment that you did something good for your river, for your community. The next year rolled around and one of my coworkers looked at me and said, hey, we doing that river thing again? So we did it again and it felt really good the second time. And then the third time we started getting people and it just started to grow.
I work at the food co-op in town, so health is a big concern in my life. You know, I want my family to be healthy. I want the environment in which we live to be healthy.
Lucy is one of our river dippers, and she collects monthly water samples from Mile Brook, which is one of the tributaries to the Black River, and it runs under Main Street in downtown Springfield. And we'll be using her information to put together a picture of what Mile Brook looks like and ultimately what that means for the health of the Black River.
Up until this July, there were still 4 buildings that were being piped directly into the brook. Here, put that in there. Let's see what this temperature is. Drop it in gently. And let it go down all the way. Mostly it's been a bonding experience for us. Well, I love you and I like having your help doing it. Springfield isn't a huge town and I think everybody could stand to get involved in that. If everybody did, then it would be a much cleaner river.
I'm a retired ear, nose, and throat surgeon. A year and a half ago, I had a double bypass. The damage was low, and my treatment was excellent, and my recovery has been wonderful. Biologically or metabolically, I understand that falling water like this releases ozone, and it makes you feel good.
Our visual assessment project is a mapping project that we're using to look for more that we can be doing on the river, whether it's a water quality monitoring site or a trash cleanup site or a stream bank stabilization where we plant native trees to help erosion.
The visual assessment is important for evaluating and publicizing the recreational aspects, and our hope over time is that we can encompass with our visual survey all the branches and sub-branches of the river. And we see so many children, especially in impoverished neighborhoods, who never leave the city, who don't see this kind of thing. And life is much richer than that. If we can teach people to love the outside, they'll take better care of it.
I'm really hoping that by reaching out to individuals, they can start to understand that managing stormwater on these smaller properties can really have a positive impact on the health of the river.
When it rains, we have water for several days straight down through. And I mean, it goes quite wide and it's quite deep.
This water would come down this huge gully and go right into a little, what used to be a nice little wetland behind a diner, and then drain into Carly Brook, which drains right into the Black River. It is all connected. I don't want to do any kind of a Band-Aid thing where, oh, this looks wonderful, we'll plant 3 irises and then we're done. Yeah. No, no, no. Let's do something that's going to make a difference.
I heard about BRAT and I thought it was a great idea. She was sick of seeing garbage in the river, as I was, and she decided to do something about it. Use this like a pulley. There we go. Oh, we can use that one to get groceries with tonight.
Some kid with more energy than sense probably dumped it in the river. It made a big splash, and we just reversed that. Hi guys.
Great, and this river has never looked better, and like you say, when a piece of trash shows up here, several people notice it. You know, staying after it every year is the only way it's going to stay cleaned up.
I'm just incredibly impressed at Mother Nature's capacity to repair. It's not the debris like this that's in the river that's the real problem. The real problem is when the poisons get into the river, when people are dumping stuff that's toxic.
Jones & Lamson Machine Tool Company moved to Springfield from Windsor in the late 1800s, early 1900s. The Jones & Lamson site is considered one of the most notorious and complicated brownfield sites in the state of Vermont. We're dealing with chlorinated solvents, we're dealing with asbestos and lead and PCBs, both in the building itself as well as outside of the building and in the soil and even creeping into the river.
Our plan is to look at the river near the Jones & Lamson plant to discover whether or not the contamination that's in the soil is making it through the groundwater into the river.
You know, the work we're doing here along the river and where we're standing is to clean up soils that were contaminated by dumping that went on back in the day, before there sort of was an appreciation that that wasn't a good thing to do and it wasn't good for the health of the river. If you were to dig down deeper, you'd see different colors in the soil, and it's obvious that that's something that's not supposed to be there. So we're cleaning this up. Black River Action Team is working on taking care of more pedestrian things. So hopefully, between our collaboration, the entire stretch of the Black River, which really defines Springfield and bisects the town, will be a healthy resource, not only for the community's health, but for recreational uses and other things as well.
The Black River Action Team is a grassroots volunteer group dedicated to the recreation, celebration, and education of people who live, work, and play on the Black River. It's a beautiful river, and it's running through our town, our backyards, our community. And rather than turn to somebody to have them do something about it, we do it.